It's been a few days since the release of one of the biggest PlayStation exclusives. And it's no doubt right now is the best time to get one of the most sought after consoles out, being the PS5. This hardware has been hard to obtain out in the wild since its release, if you don't count the period between Modern Warfare's 2 dropping right now. It's been about 2 years since the console's lifespan, and reportedly by next year, the chip shortage that keeps these things scarce will be less of a problem, and you'll be able to find these things readily in stores. So if you've been putting off purchasing one of these for that reason in particular, then I may have some good news for you in regards to buying a PS5 next year. Sony has always had a pattern of releasing a cheaper yet identical running version of their PlayStation systems, usually called the slim version of the console. And a notable leak source is suggesting that a PS5 Slim will be released sometime next year. This leak comes from 𝘕𝐷𝑒𝑐𝐿, a very reputable source of information, and the information was reported by insider Tom Henderson on Twitter. In his Twitter post, he goes on to state, a leak from 𝘕𝐷𝑒𝑐𝐿 has suggested that a PS5 Slim will release in Q3 2023. I'm certain this is the PlayStation 5 I've reported on previously, as their production and release times line up perfectly with the production and sales numbers I have. Now, of course, Sony hasn't said anything about the situation, so there is a chance that the leak doesn't line up correctly with the release window. But based on the leak site being correct in the past regarding PlayStation, and just on the past release dates for the Slim consoles, it's not hard to argue this statement's validity. The original PlayStation 2 released in 2000, while the Slim version released in 2004, a 4-year difference. The PlayStation 3 released in 2006, while the Slim in 2009, a 3-year difference. And the PS4 in 2013 with the Slim in 2016, another 3-year difference. So by Q3 of next year, it'll be close to 3 years into the console's lifespan, which lines up with the trend of release windows in the past. Other than the release date, hardware about the console was also leaked too. The PS5 Slim will reportedly use a die shrink treatment that will make the console use less voltage, run cooler, and weigh less. And of course, like the name implies, the console will be much slimmer, and this will apparently be done by having a detachable disk drive that can be connected to the back of the console via a USB-C cord, which sounds fucking nuts. If this leak holds validity, I'm extremely curious to see how Sony will design a detachable disk drive, something that hasn't been in a Sony console before, or any console that I know of now that I think about it. It's also reported that the PS5 Slim's official name won't have Slim in it. What it may be called is up in the air. And nothing about the price tag of this console has been revealed either. But based on the past, we can speculate that it would definitely be cheaper than the regular disc drive $499 model. However, in my opinion, I don't know if it's going to be cheaper than the digital version that sits at $399. I think that they'll be the same price. If not, and it's cheaper than that, that'll be amazing. Then the Xbox Series S will actually have some serious competition. But it's really a 50-50 chance. We're just gonna have to wait for the announcement. And that wraps up everything that was explained in this leak. Hopefully most of it is true, because if it does, it sounds pretty promising, and hopefully the price tag justifies this new hardware. So what do you guys think about the PS5 Slim? Feel free to leave a comment down below, and as always, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.